I'm about to share a really liberating reframe of binge eating at night that has helped my clients actually do something about it rather than just feel bad. In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain two reasons why you might be binge eating at night, reasons that you've probably never thought about, and most importantly, what you can do about it. So we're going to take as a starting point an assumption. And the assumption here is that binge eating has a function for you in your life. Now, you may not like that idea, but stick with me because it can be actually very liberating when you realize that something that's a problem for you is actually trying to do a job. It's actually something that you're using to try and help yourself solve a different problem. It's a coping mechanism for something else, in other words. If so, you're not alone because human beings are really, really good at using bad coping mechanisms. For example, your boss may be a workaholic and their workaholism might be something that they're using to deal with the fact that they're in a bad marriage. Your best friend might have obsessive compulsive disorder, which is something that they could be using to deal with the fact that they had a very chaotic childhood. And so it's really useful to ask yourself, what job do you think nighttime binge eating is doing for you? Because first of all, it stops it being something that's your faultiness, your defectiveness. No, we don't want that nonsense. We want to think more proactively and more positively. Now, in my training in eating psychology, I learned that the two most common times in the day to binge eat are the afternoon, middle of the afternoon, and the nighttime. And this is a massive generalization, but they serve different purposes. So nighttime binge eating is overwhelmingly about dealing with emotional issues. And in 10 years coaching clients, I found that that's true, but also I found that they were using this coping mechanism to deal with being exhausted. And what I also noticed through talking to them is that they were using a variety of coping mechanisms that really didn't work for them, but of the variety of coping mechanisms throughout the day. And by the time the evening came, the cumulative effect of all of the price tags that all of these coping mechanisms were forcing my clients to pay meant that they were just ultra exhausted. It was as if their life fuel tank was completely empty by the time, say, 8 o'clock at night came. What were some of these coping mechanisms? Well, I've got a list here. People pleasing. They wanted to seek external affirmation because they couldn't feel that they could find it inside themselves. Overwork, and that might mean work as in your job, or it might mean serving people in lots of ways. And I saw that, and I've saw that in myself in the past, in order to seek recognition, to counteract feelings of being not enough. And then another kind of coping mechanism was worry and anxiety. And I saw this as an attempt to control what really could not be controlled, the world out there. If I worry about it enough, if I stay on alert enough, then it might not happen. To summarize, the urge to binge eat at night is so strong because it is joined by emotional and physical exhaustion from all of the other really rubbish coping mechanisms that people have been using in the day. So does this resonate with you at all? Can you see that food can be this temporary relief at the end of another exhausting, struggle-filled day? So the big question at the end of all this is, what can you do about it?